I'm starting off by moisturizing my skin with the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion, and this will just help keep my skin moisturized and hydrated throughout the day. To prime my skin, I'm using the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. And this primer is nice for when you want a little bit of a glow underneath your foundation. And it's a little bit tacky, so it helps your foundation stick and last longer. Next, I'm spraying my face with the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. And this will just help give me an even more luminous base. I like this spray a lot, but I do recommend shaking it a lot before you use it. Otherwise, you can kind of see the drops. For foundation, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. This is one of the best Your Skin But Better foundations I've found. The formula is kind of thin, but it still gives you that perfect amount of coverage and your base will still show through, but you can also build it up if you want more of a full coverage look. And I'm using the shade 7 Medium, and it might be a little bit too tan for me right now, but we will make it work. And I'm going to use the Real Technique sponge to blend this in. For concealer, I don't want something that's too thick, so I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter. It's like a concealing highlighter pen. And I like this because the formula is pretty thin. It doesn't feel heavy, but it still gives a nice natural amount of coverage. For powder, I'm using the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, and I'm just putting a little bit of this underneath my eyes and on my smile lines, but I'm not going to set my whole face because I want to keep that dewy look. To warm up my skin, I'm using the Sephora Bright Future Concealer, and this is the shade Truffle. And I'm just going to apply this and blend it out in sections because it does dry kind of quickly. And this is a Luxie 512 small contouring brush. And to blend this out on my nose, I'm using a smaller crown brush. And next I'm using the Kevyn Sculpting Powder in Deep. And with a fluffy Sonia Kachuk brush, I'm going to warm up my face a little bit more. For blush, I'm going to use the Nude Blush 10 Color Blush Palette from BH Cosmetics. And with a Morphe E4 brush, I'm going to use this color right here. It's like a burnt, rusty orange color with just a little bit of shimmer in it. Next, I'm using the Cover FX Glitter Drops, and I'm just going to highlight with this. And a little bit goes a long way with any of the Cover FX drops. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the high points of my face. And I'm gonna blend that in with my finger. And on top of that, I'm using the Jeffree Star Skin Frost Highlight in King Tut. And I'm using a Morphe M504 brush. If you're ever going for an extremely highlighted look, I recommend putting a powder highlight on top of some kind of either cream or liquid highlighter, because the powder will stick to the stickier highlight and it just looks even more blinding. And I think it helps make your highlight last longer because it has something to hold on to. For brows, I'm using this eyebrow pencil from MAC and it's in the color Spiked. Then I'm brushing through my brows with this microfiber brow gel from the Brow Gal. For eyeshadow, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And with a Morphe M511 brush, I'm just going to use raw sienna and put this all over my eyes. Next, with a small pencil brush, I'm going to go back into the King Tut highlighter and highlight my inner corners and brow bone. Next, I'm putting on some black eyeliner. Then I'm layering the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara with the Kiko Extra Sculpt mascara. Next, I'm lining my lips with the Milani lip liner in Spice and putting on the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Hepburn Honey. And to set everything, I'm spraying some MAC Fix Plus. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.